STPL.
Hello everyone and welcome to today's STPL. It's been a few days since we last had one. I had some sad news on Saturday. If you've not seen Twitter or Team Liquid or anything, Lottie, my cat, passed away on Saturday. I had to go to the hospital as well because she bit me before she passed away. Entirely my fault, but I needed to get that checked and it finally works. So I've had a very fun weekend. A very fun start to my week, so let's see what we can do to make it a little bit better. Starting us off, we're going to have ReV versus Net Wars. That should be a lot of fun. Format, in case you've not seen it from the STPL before, set 1 to 4 are all played in advance. The lineups are selected beforehand and teams know about it, so they know who they're going to play up to a week before. Set 5 is the ace match if we get to it, and every player can compete again. I just very quickly need to go and open my window because I am boiling. 1 second. Okay, I think it must be something about the shirt I wear when I cast, because I don't know what it is, but whenever I put this shirt on specifically, I get very hot for no reason. Like, I've opened my window and now I'm starting to feel cold again. Like, what the hell is going on? That is so strange. I've not got a fever, by the way, so that's fine. Let's have a look at the team rankings. They've been updated, so they do have all of the penalty points now, which is really, really good. It means we can see exactly what's going on. We've got Soul Gaming in first, Valhalla team in second, Net Wars in third, but if they can beat ReV today, they will head into second, heading into the final week. And obviously IRK in fourth, EF in fifth, and very close behind EF is ReV, but ReV, unless they win 4-0 today, will not be able to get ahead of Eternal Friends, but they are going to look to try and pull away the gap with Red, because obviously they're in the basically the top 6 teams move on to the to the playoffs. So Clan Revolution just about hanging on there. If they can make sure they can win this series, and they make sure, or hopefully for Clan Revolution, Red do not win. It's very, very close between them as to who is going to go through as well. And yeah, IRK is very close to second as well. If they can win the next series, they'll head up into second. Because they have so many wins, so many wins. There's a lot going on at the moment. We still don't have the full things, and Bull team are 113 because they got 4 penalty points. It's like Valhalla team have got 1 additional penalty point. IRK took a penalty point, and so did Net Wars as well. So basically, it was decided before the season. I was discussing with all the captains what the punishment should be for breaking the rules, and I said penalty games, and they were like, no, let's do penalty match losses, and everyone agreed to it. And then like midway through the season, people forgot they agreed to it, and then when people started getting penalty losses and they got added, I think maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh, with the penalty losses, but it is quite bad for Valhalla team to get those penalty losses because they were in a very, very good position. But the thing is, their win-loss ratio, at least set-wise, is still pretty good. So they should still be, well, I mean, they're pretty much guaranteed to get into the playoffs, but right now it's playing for seeds. So yeah, don't use that name. That's not a nice name to use. I'll just time you out for that. If you want to come back on a different account, feel free, but yeah, don't come here with that account. You're not welcome. Let's have a look. No, I don't think it's the real Rapid. Let's have a look at the player rankings as well. Today we are going to be having a look at Koga at the very least from this list. I think he's the only person from the top 10 we'll be seeing today, but Koga very, very close to being able to claw his way back into second. An incredible... Well, he is quite close to Scan, but he's got to play a lot more games, which is kind of crazy. Koga, very, very good. Looking forward to seeing his games for sure. Let's have a look at the teams we're going to be seeing. We're going to have Clan Revolution, starting off with CRVT, Medinho, Sugo, and Hyunmu. Really good lineup there. Hyunmu definitely probably one of the weaker players on ReV, but still coming out every week, showing some great games. And there are a few things that are still wrong with the overlay that people have pointed out to me. I don't think you can see them here as much, but you can see them in other places, but I'll fix them eventually. As I said, this weekend's been a little bit shit, so... We'll get there. We'll make it. And then for Net Wars, we've got a star lineup roster again. And yeah, Customers, if they win all their matches, they can go to playoffs, pretty much. If they lose a match, they can tie with Red, and then it's going to be a lot more difficult. But if they keep winning, they'll be fine. We've got Yeti doing really well. Ziggy is doing really well as well. He's won his last 4 games. Koga doing incredibly well. And Zero as well. Really, really big names on Net Wars for sure. Let's have a look at the lineups we're going to have. Obviously, we're going to have both these teams playing against each other. And yeah, Zero didn't show up. So game number 4 was a walkover. A little bit unfortunate. I don't know what happened with Zero, but I mean, he is a busy man, so something must have come up. Other than that, starting us off, we've got a PvP. It's going to be CRVT and Yeti. Then we've got a TVT between Medinho and Ziggy. Then we have a PvT between Sugo and Koga. And basically, it's pretty cool that we're going to have these matchups. Sugo versus Koga, I'm looking forward to. Medinho versus Ziggy, I think could be a lot of fun as well. And CRVT and Yeti, I would actually say they're quite close in skill level when it comes to STPL games. So they're both really good at PvP. I'm really looking forward to that one. Now, depending on how I feel, we should have a second series after this one. It depends how long this goes on for and how tired I feel, because I've been pretty worn out. So if we can't finish it today, what we'll do is we'll jump on tomorrow and we'll finish week 10, because I know I do need to get everything done. And what we can always do is cast on Sunday, and well, we got the cast on Friday as well. So there we go. Let's have a look at the first set of players. So starting us off here is going to be CRVT. I believe he's the only Latvian player in the STPL. He's done pretty well for himself. He did win against Perfume on Monty Hall just a couple of weeks ago. I was about to say, it was over a month ago now. 4 weeks ago, because he plays every single week. And overall, he's, well, not every single week, but he's been pretty consistent since June. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to seeing CRVT play. Let's have a look at his opponent. I call this man the best of one wonder. Well, at least I've just made up that name, because Yeti is really, really good. Like, Yeti, he may never do incredibly well in the BSL, mostly because of his wrist injury, so he can't play too much. But in a best of one setting, Yeti will come out and he can dominate anyone. His games that he's played against DeWalt have been incredibly close. These two players have actually played before. They're 1-for-1 at the moment. I mean, they were quite a while ago that they played, obviously, but it's still part of their history between each other. And Yeti is just out of the top 10. And overall, he's got one of the highest amounts of wins out of any player. And in spite of his wrist injury, he comes out and plays pretty much every single week. So it's really, really cool. But let's have a look at the map stats as well we're going to be going into. It's going to be Byzantium 3 to start us off with. We've not had too many PvPs here. One of them was a walkover, but we've had Dreamer play here twice, so that's kind of interesting. But Net Wars are a very strong team. Yeti is a very strong player. CRVT could be up against it here as we get into game number 1. Ah, Brutal's not appearing. That's weird. Hold on. Why is this not working? God damn it, why is it not working? I've just paused it. Capture method. I'm gonna try something. This is what my overlay looks like, in case you're wondering. I get to see the lovely green. Let's go back to Brood War. Why is this not showing up? Am I gonna need to reload the game? I think I'm gonna need to reload the game, aren't I? And that, wait, I wonder if I can just add a new window capture. Yeah, the SE scene is there, but it's not showing up. So let's try this. Brood War new. Oh man, why is this happening? It's a radio cast. Oh man. Okay, so we're gonna reload Brood War. Let's see what happens. I don't know why that's not worked properly, but I guess that's what happens. Technology is always fun. Wonder why that didn't show up. It's just one of those weeks, isn't it? It's one of those weeks where everything goes wrong. Is this showing up now? No, it's not. Why? Like, the mouse is appearing, right? Yeah, the Brood War mouse is appearing, but the actual game is not. What happens if I go back here? No, it's the same thing. What the heck? I am gonna quickly...